Hello there, and welcome to the 4th ever episode of the J.A.W.W.A podcast, featuring Katura Slykehouse, Tamika Brown, and back, fresh from Mexico, William Jacobs.
Hello.
Yes, I'm not alone this time, and I'm not with Merrick this time. So,
we're all here today. It's great.
the people who don't
listen, added Jordan
in the corner.
Yeah, the people who don't listen to this at all, they might be wondering, where were you guys last week? Because I didn't really explain that, because I didn't really know.
You said I wasn't here for some reason that you didn't know.
Yeah. Exactly.
And then you said I was in Mexico.
So yeah.
And Katura was sick.
So William was in Mexico, and me and
were
Tamika
both
were
sick.
sick.
Ah.
Yeah. Wow, Katura.
It wasn't my fault that you were sick.
So.
But you were in Mexico, enjoying Mexico.
Yeah.
So, what should our first topic be at 1 minute and 29 seconds?
I don't know, because next time we will have Katura's dad on, because he agreed to it.
He agreed.
Yeah.
He agreed to it.
Yeah. Plans for next week.
So he'll be here next week talking about arcade craft and the video game deep dive.
We didn't tell him to talk
What-
about that. He
what
just-
day are we doing that on?
we're telling
We're
him.
gonna talk about that.
Probably Friday again.
It's a Prody
Friday.
day.
Thursday.
The 25th
Thursday.
is a Prody day.
Thursday.
Okay.
We're gonna have to see if he's free Thursday then.
He probably is. Jordan, your opinion doesn't matter. You're standing in the corner.
Wow.
Hopefully that podcast does not sound like this podcast.
I mean, it'll be actually structured though.
Yeah.
We actually have to structure it because we have a
Yeah,
teacher.
we have to structure it.
Yeah.
Oh no.
William, that's your job.
No.
So,
Well, we could just talk about it in the podcast chat.
our topic for today is
FTX.
Katura. What's our topic for today?
Books.
Yeah.
Books.
So, Katura, what book have you been reading recently?
She just got
right
it
now,
today.
I just started. Tamika wants to steal it.
I found one online.
Is it pirated?
It's from booksbooks.com.
Yeah.
You haven't said the title of the book.
Caraval.
Who is it
It's
written
by
by?
Stephanie Garber.
Okay, I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure booksbooks.com is pirated.
Yeah, 100%. There's no way.
If you're unclear on the context, last year we had a teacher that made us read a specific book about the French Revolution. And don't...
The Scarlet Pimpernel.
The Scarlet Pimpernel. And we didn't get our own copies of the books at all because that would be too expensive for Imagine High.
That'd be
only
too
we got
expensive for any
textbooks this
school, I
year.
think.
Yeah. So she made us go on this website called booksbooks.com
Where cheat advertisement every day.
Yep. Use booksbooks.com. It's very
And
odd.
write it on the whiteboard 20 times.
Yep.
Why are you turning down Keanu's mic?
Because it's really loud in my headset.
I mean, he's
It is
right
not
next
that
to...
loud. Turn down your
the mic.
headset.
No.
Ooh,
What?
You're a genius.
that's what I did. That's what I told you to do.
Lies.
God save the
God save the Queen.
God save the Queen!
That is Tamika, not me.
God, Queen! God.
As you can tell, we're a very organized and a very awesome podcast.
Continuing on, what should we talk about next? Still books? Or continuing?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
well, there's the book club going on.
Oh, yeah.
I think
Books and
everyone
pizza.
but Keanu's in it.
What?
Right here, yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause he thinks books are lame.
I also
I
never
read
read
books.
the book
I've read the entire
supposed to
Harry
read.
Potter series.
I got into a
Oh.
different book.
I read the entire
Way
Hunger
better.
Games series.
So have I. That's not hard.
Can't hear us through the mic. Hold on. Yeah, you turned my headphones. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Did someone order some freedom?
Oops.
Continuing on.
That's all we can do when Keanu's in the room.
Yep. So,
So, wait. So you said you'd never read the book that we were supposed to read for the book club.
Yeah,
What book was it?
I don't know. It's at my house.
wasn't it House of Scorpion or something?
Yes.
Tamika remembered the book, and you don't.
And then I started reading.
Closer to the mic.
What? We need to ban you of mic duty.
I started reading Crypto Assets, the Innovative Investor's Guide to Bitcoin and Beyond.
I am not surprised.
I bet no one but William bought that. And Elon Musk, obviously.
Plenty of people bought it. It's a very good book.
Is it a very good book?
I'm just muting you, Keanu. Shush.
That's too bad, Keanu.
Crypto is the future.
And we are reading The Electric Kingdom.
Which I have not gotten farther in it.
Yeah, I'm like 50 pages in it.
Sounds really boring. Sounds really boring.
Well, Mr. Wiley said it took a bit to get into.
Yeah, it's not bad, but I'd rather read fantasy this.
Caraval.
You know,
Remember, it's only one game. A game. Whoa.
it's only a game. Sister gets kidnapped. Beautiful.
Sister gets kidnapped.
3 days to find her. You're still on mute, Keanu.
Is that Keanu?
He's not playing it off of that.
He's playing it off of the computer.
Wait, so you can't
Whoa.
the music he's playing. He's blasting it on
Okay, now we know.
We have the power to be
Yeah.
all the power.
You know,
I have all the power. You are
Wow.
not responsible enough.
we could talk about spaceships.
Spaceship.
NASA launched a rocket to the moon on Wednesday morning.
Yeah.
Like this Wednesday?
Yeah. Oh wait, no. It was Tuesday night. They launched at 10:00. They launched at I think 10:50 Tuesday night. Pacific
Where was it supposed to go
to the moon.
to do?
Scientific discovery.
People?
Whoa.
No, because so they have a program called the Artemis program, which is supposed to send people back to the moon by 2025. It was originally 2016. Then they moved it to 2020. Then they moved it to 20. Oh no, it was originally 2020. Then they moved it to 2022. Then 2024, and
They
now it's
pushed it
2025.
back.
They keep pushing it back. Anyways, so this is the first time they've launched their new rocket called Artemis 1. It's called Artemis. No, the rocket's called SLS, and the capsule is Orion. So, and the program's Artemis.
Like Orion, like the constellation?
Yeah. So
I'm concerned he's grabbing
this
the piano
keyboard,
keyboard.
this first mission is just a test mission to make sure the rocket works, and then the next time they're gonna send people on it, but it's only gonna circle the moon. And then in 2025, they're going to send a mission to land people back on the moon, which will be the first time since 1972.
Doesn't it feel like a waste of fuel to do all that? 3 separate missions?
But they have to make sure everything works. First mission is to make sure it works, because if they launch the rocket and people are on it and it blows up, you just killed however many 7 people that were on that rocket, or no, 4 people that were on that rocket. And then and then the next mission, they have to make sure that people can actually survive on the rocket, because if they send all of the other supplies to land on the moon and then suddenly it doesn't work, then you just again killed 4 people. And so they do it in stages because people cost more than fuel.
So like, oops, I died.
Especially since if they were to kill anybody on it, it would be a really bad name for NASA, and they'd have to delay the program by years. And if they blow up enough people, then the U.S. Public might stop the government from supplying money to NASA, and then NASA would be killed. NASA program would be killed.
But then wouldn't the U.S. have the problem of no space program?
Exactly. Well, they
So
no,
lose-lose.
they'd only have they'd still have the program.
What was that? A
They'd
train
still
going
have
by?
they'd still have their military program,
Oh,
but that's just for military use, for bombing other countries.
Yay!
Woohoo!
So yeah,
Spaceships by William. The latest
memoir.
news.
and they've already spent. I think they've spent $40 billion on this program so far.
We're talking about pollution in class. It's like they just launched a rocket
Yeah.
that polluted our world.
Not
To do what?
exactly.
Go into space and come back
Honestly,
down.
Okay,
I feel
to be
like-
fair though, just one sec. One thing that actually helps, like solar panels, one of the main reasons those were invented were for space. There's a lot of things that actually help our planet that were developed because of space exploration. And without space exploration, you wouldn't have those technologies.
Good point.
Like, okay, for example, GPS. It cost the US $5 trillion or $10 trillion to launch the GPS satellites into space. And it's built an industry that's worth more than $800 billion by only spending $10 billion,
And
which
we
is
all
an
use
80
GPS.
yeah, which is an 80x improvement.
It's on every single phone.
Yeah, they made 80 times more than they originally invested.
Anything else?
About space?
William chewing on a grape.
Okay, so SpaceX, which is owned by Elon Musk. So
Super rich dude.
Yeah.
Twitter's also owned
So,
by
Elon Musk, yeah.
now.
So Artemis, the SLS rocket, when it was launched, is now the new most powerful rocket ever developed and ever launched. It's the first rocket to beat the Saturn V, which launched people originally to the moon, and no one's beaten it since the Saturn V until the SLS. But now, SpaceX has been for the last 3 years or 4 years has been developing the Starship, which is supposed to bring people to Mars by 2030 and make a fully self-sustaining colony on Mars by send people to Mars by 2030 and have a fully self-sustaining presence on Mars by 2050. And this rocket's supposed to launch next month, or could launch next month. So no rocket's beaten the SLS beaten the Saturn V since the SLS was just launched last week. And now Starship's supposed to beat that by another 2 times in a month,
Wow.
being the now new most powerful rocket ever developed.
And as interesting as that is, it is the end of our podcast. Keanu, cue the outro.
We still have
Cue the outro.
Wait,
10 more minutes left.
Yeah, why'd I have to leave so early?
Tamika's watch.
let's just be late to French.
No,
Exactly.
It's 12:11 right now.
I don't care.
Cue the
Be late to
outro.
God save
Tamika!
Also, can I have my cheesies back, Keanu?
No.
Keanu.
I spent $5 or $4.75.
I
on that.
will mute you all. Cue the outro.
Never.
God
But now there's nowhere to hide.
This-
If you push
This is a
now,
certified hood classic.
nowhere to hide. Since you pushed my love aside,
God save
This is a certified
there's
hood classic.
nowhere to hide.
That
And now, cue the outro. Or we cannot. Whatever.
Okay. So within 7 minutes, I'll do the outro.
It's 12:12 right now.
Katura, if you want to leave, you can leave.
12:10, actually.
Signing off.
No.
All right, bye.
Trapper. Trapper.
Yes. Jordan, get the door.
Save the Queen!
Get the door, Jordan.
All right, what if we just kick Katura out?
God save the Queen!
This is a certified hood classic.
Katura could be early. Yeah. I have 2 microphones.
Wait, what?
Like a flower, didn't expect the thorns. You say that I'm too frigid, didn't know what you were in for. The second that you leave, I'm tearing down your
Good morning, Vietnam.
God save the Queen! God
Okay.
save the Queen!
I need to get to class now. So
Yeah, we're leaving.
Okay.
do the outro.
Sign off.
Well, you guys can't stop the stream.
Fair enough.
Please.
Thank you for listening to the J.A.W.W.A 4th ever episode of the J.A.W.W.A podcast, featuring William Jacobs,
God save the Queen!
Tamika Brown,
God save the Queen!
Katura Slykehouse, who's left, so no
God
clapping for her.
save the Queen!
No clapping for her, William.
God,
Jordan Mark in the corner,
God save the Queen!
and the one, the only, the greatest of all time, the obvious best out of everyone in the podcast, Keanu Ritchie.
But now there's nowhere to hide since you pushed my love aside.
Podcast.
God save the Queen!
This is a certified hood classic.